Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play UN Squadron. I'm your excellent host MC Banjo Mike, and this time we're going to be taking the fight to these guys. This is the Wolf Pack. They're mercenaries like us. Skinny Ty here really knows how to motivate a guy, you know? These guys are just like you and me, so let's go and kill them all. Sounds like a plan. I like to take on the Wolf Pack at this part of the game because they're another good source of easy money, and once you've beaten them you might have enough to start considering purchase of one of these mid-tier planes. It's also a good level to show off the strengths of the Crusaders, such as they are. The Crusader doesn't get very many different weapons, but all the ones it has are pretty useful on this level, so I'm going to clean out the old fellow here and we'll be on our way. The key to beating the Wolf Pack is to make sure that their numbers never get too high. As soon as an enemy plane arrives on screen, you want to destroy it as quickly as possible. If you don't, you're going to wind up with 6 or 7 of these guys swirling around, and your odds of survival go down pretty fast. To this end, the regular bombs are really useful. You can use them to blow up the white planes that show up on the left side of the screen and take potshots at you. In fact, the only reason why I left the first of those guys alive long enough to shoot at me was because I wanted to show you what would happen if I didn't kill him right away. Normally, I terminate those guys with extreme prejudice. If you find yourself getting outnumbered, break out the cluster bomb. It's a good area of effect attack, and while it's not strong enough to destroy these green planes in one hit, it will soften them up for your Vulcan cannon. And with that, we're at the boss. These 3 purple stealth planes don't put up much of a fight, honestly. I usually just empty my last cluster bombs on them, fire off the Mega Crush, and, well, once that's done, you've pretty much got it. I do like to blow up this last guy using regular bombs, since he's a bomber, and that's ironic. Although, I guess not very funny. Anyway, that's the last of the easy missions in UN Squadron. Next up, we'll be taking care of the mid-tier ones, which are a lot harder, but also a lot more interesting. And here we have Mickey trying to justify slaughtering his peers in the name of a quick buck. Whatever helps you sleep at night, guy. That was a pretty short mission, so before we call it quits, let's just take a look at one of these green trucks that just scrolled onto the map. This is the Quartermaster Corps, and Skinny Ty here does have a point. This mission will be a piece of cake. In fact, if you wanted to die on a Quartermaster run, you'd probably have to set out with that goal in mind. The Quartermaster Corps more or less exists as a sort of mobile ATM for the pilots of UN Squadron. You know, you can run this level anytime you need to make $25,000 if you're short a little bit for buying your next plane, or if you don't have enough cash to buy all the weapons you need. This actually can be a bit of a problem later on, because a plane like the F-200 can hold easily $100,000 worth of weapons, and if you botch a run with a fully loaded plane, you don't get back any of that cash when you're done. It is one of the strengths and weaknesses of UN Squadron that it lets you grind for money. It's fun because it lets you save up and get new planes and weapons, and you feel like you're making some kind of progress even when you die. But on the other hand, it can lead to some pretty drawn-out grinding sessions at the end of the game if you don't have the money you need to take on one of the harder levels. Well, that's it for this mission. See you next time on Let's Play UN Squadron.